Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
Hi there, you guys, and thank you for joining us on another episode of All Things Beauty. Today we are on episode 82, and we will be discussing how to start a blog. A very big question. We have our guest with us today, Tomei Richards of A Day in the Life with Tomei. And here's our guest right here, our lovely guest, Tomei.
What's going on, good people?
So how are you doing today, Tomei?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, just ready to get the episode started, see what we can learn from you today out of your brilliant mind, get some information about your blog just to see how we can connect with you and what you can share with people on such a very broad question, because so many people have the question on, what do bloggers do? How do you start a blog? What's the purpose? All of those different things. And I know you've been doing it for quite some time, so we're excited to talk to you about it. Okay, good. But what we're going to get started with first, we want to know what's on your lips.
Okay, so this is the e.l.f. collaboration with a really popular YouTuber called Alyssa Ashley, and I guess she made it. It's called Nude Rose, and it's kind of like a lip gloss. Very nude, but it has a good brownish red undertone.
I see.
So this is my second time wearing it, and I like to support YouTubers since I'm on YouTube myself. So every time I see a girl of color out there winning, I go and support it. It was $6 on e.l.f.
Okay.
So,
yeah, it's
cool.
really nice. Would you open it and let us see the color of it?
Oh, yeah. Would you like me to do a swatch?
Yes, please.
Okay, so nice little wand here, and then I think it'll complement a lot of different skin tones. Because
that is very nice.
Nice and creamy, glossy. So far, my hair hasn't got stuck in the gloss, so that's good. So
that's good. That's part of the reason why I chopped all mine off. But what I'm wearing today, I have on a NYX, a liquid matte. The color is Budapest. And if you can get a little up close, you can see the color of it. Again, it is a liquid matte. But this one, good thing about it, it's very soft. It's not like some of the other liquid mattes that are very dry, cracky. This one's really soft, really nice on your lips. So go ahead and get it. Good winter color, too, guys.
NYX is very affordable, too.
Yeah, this is true. I think this one was maybe $6 as well. I can't remember. Ulta, they have, all of them. But, so, just to jump into the topic today of what we're talking about. So, what I did want to ask you, I want you to go ahead and introduce your blog to the viewers.
Okay. My blog name is A Day in the Life with Tomei.com.
Okay. And what is it about?
It's a lifestyle blog, so pretty much I like to look at my blog as the hub to all things Tomei. So you can see my podcast links. You can see my Instagram feed. You can see my Twitter feed. Of course, I like to do a blog post every Monday. So I'll try to stick to a schedule. So every Monday, you can guarantee a blog post, something that I've actually written out. Maybe it could be a think piece or something that I've saw that really inspired me to write some things that are on my mind. And then on Fridays, when I upload to my YouTube channel, I also embed the post into another blog post. So maybe 2 to 3 times a week, I may post something, unless, like, for example, yesterday I had 2 because Target sent me Black Friday because I'm a Target affiliate. So
that's awesome.
I got to post all the ads on my site. So that was pretty cool.
Okay, good. That's really awesome. I want to ask a little question about the affiliates, but I think we'll get to that a little later.
Okay.
It'll, run into questions that I have for you. But what I do want to know more so is, for all of the people out there who are like wanting to start a blog, who, maybe they're a little confused, how did you start yours? What were your first steps? What did you research? Like, how did you come about to build your blog?
First things first, if you are thinking about a blog or a blog name, go on like HostGator or something like where you can search a domain to see if it's available. And if it is available, go ahead and secure it first.
Okay.
That's the one thing you want to do, because you kind of want to have your name the same across all platforms. So if you can get that, and it goes with your name and things that you are lining up with, is what I'm trying to say, then go ahead and do that. Even if it's 2 months down the line, you just go ahead and secure your domain name. That's important. I would research what a domain name, if you're not sure.
That was my next question.
So domain name is a day in the life with Tomei.
Okay.
So that's your domain name.
So just for some people who are probably unfamiliar, that's when you actually own the name for the website. It's not like an affiliate. I know, because some people are a little confused. They think like when you first get onto like a WordPress, which is like the most popular, they think like, oh, we actually own this.
Oh yeah.
That's a common mistake. Because I thought that too, and I actually have about 3 blogs on WordPress, because I thought initially like the first one was actually mine.
Just to throw it back,
not. You have to pay for the domain names.
Yes, to throw it back, I did have a couple blogs. I don't even remember the name, but it was like whatever I picked .com.
Right.
So that right there, you know, that's like free and hosting, which is nothing wrong with that, because you have to start somewhere and get your content, maybe build your following, and then transition what you already have onto your current site.
This is true. Okay, so that's really good to know too. Which one is which, where to start off at. Definitely you want to jump into getting your domain name first, because if you have a money idea and you need that name, if that domain is already gone, like likely you, in some instances maybe you can get it, but they'll make you like
we were talking about something the other day, and it was like a crazy amount of money. If the domain is there but they're not using it, but they want to sell it to you, it's gonna be like in the thousands range.
Right. Just to piggyback off of that, Claire Sumtlers of fashionbombdaily.com. Initially, as I went to cocktails with Claire that she had here, and initially she was telling us like that's very important too, to claim your domain name, because she wanted to be thebomb.com or fashion bomb or something like that. It didn't have the daily on it, and someone in China owned the domain name, and they told her she needed to pay them $50,000 to get the domain name. So that's why it's the Fashion Bomb Daily and not the fashionbomb.com, which is what she initially wanted. So yeah, it's very important to do that. But aside from that, so also, telling us, what kind of blog do you have?
What kind of blog?
It's a lifestyle blog?
Yeah, it's a lifestyle blog, yeah.
So what all exactly do you do on your blog? Are you only talking, like, what ranges of things do you talk about?
Oh, honey girl, I talk about everything on there. I talk about, so sometimes I do product reviews.
This is just so, like, the viewers can
figure
out what exactly to go to and
when
look for.
When you have a blog, you can pretty much do what you want, but you want to have a theme so you're not too all over the place.
Right.
So, and to stay current, to get people to go to the site, you have to have your Twitter and your Instagram to point people back to your site. So you want to stay on trend. So when the BET, was it BET or MTV, had like these hip hop honors or something like
It
that.
was MTV.
Was it MTV or
No, it was
BET?
BET. It was
it-
BET,
I know it's
and
the
I think
hip-hop honors.
VH1 too. They do like the hip hop honors.
Maybe so, but I was so obsessed with like Escape's denim outfits. I was trying to figure out what Mariah Carey was doing.
Okay.
It was so funny. So I literally opened up the notes pad and I took commentary of every person and I wrote it out, and then I got pictures, so people who didn't watch it or didn't even know it was on, they could get, my opinion about it. So if I see a good deal, I'll write about it. Or, of course, if I'm doing my celebration list on Friday, I'll write in depth, why I'm grateful for these things this week. Because you don't have, you can write a book on Instagram, but who can read it? So I like
This is
to
very true.
say, I like to use the platform for what it's for. So typically a blog, you're going to have 300 words at least, if not whatever, you can post whatever you want. But I like to have, what it's for. So I go into more detail on the blog.
Okay.
Let's say, what else I have coming up? Like, I did my October favorites.
Okay.
So usually that's a video on YouTube, of course. And then I actually put the links to get people to come to my site. I say, if you want to find out where I got it from, head over to my site and get the link. So it's all in order by whatever structure I'm using. Like, is it facial? Is it accessories? Is it food? And people can like see in depth why I picked it. Of course, the video is fun because you get to see me, of course, and get to like hear in my tone and how I speak is really funny. And then if people not with that, or don't want to watch ads or whatever, they can just go to the site. So
that was a point that I mentioned before, talking with like a group just about working with bloggers and pitching and so on and so forth. It's very important, in my opinion, because I'm a blogger as well, but I also host a podcast. So I think it's very important to have like that versatility for your audience, because not everybody wants to read 300 pages. 300 words. They don't want to read a complete essay. And, for me, on my blog, if you go to TiffanyNoco.com, that's where you can find me. But if you go there, I have like different things. So if you go to my front page, there's like just a very quick a paragraph, if even, of like maybe somebody's outfit or my outfit where I got this. Or I might talk about, like I do this thing called Noco Dreams. It's basically a celebrity who's been like stepping their game up or who's been killing it in fashion for like either that month or that week. It really just depends.
That's dope.
So I'll go and highlight something that they wore, or sometimes I'll do just the synopsis and I'll leave it at that if it's not like a whole bunch to cap on. Or sometimes I'll do like the synopsis and then I'll do a complete a complete blog on that person, like Tiana Taylor, for instance. You can write about Tiana Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
She got some stuff going on. So that's just, just to give an example. But then also I do like my visual stuff and audio. So you can listen to me or you can watch me and, just get a better feel of who I am, how I interact, and so on and so forth. And you can see what I look like, what I'm wearing. So you're like, okay, she actually,
like, do you really got style? Or you just talking about style?
Like, she actually got some style. So that's a very big component. I think it's important to spread it out across the board. Also, with that being said, since you are doing both the visual and the blogging, I want to ask, is there not more so like a preference, but for someone that you would be helping to like get started, what would you start with? And not more so the avenue that you would go. I guess for podcasting, since we haven't asked you that, but which one do you feel is easier?
It just depends on what that person would like to do, because you can literally just, film on your phone and upload it to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So that, or you could write out a blog post really quick. I guess, and like you gotta see like what your budget is, like what's your goal, because you can get a free site and just blog on that free site and it's all free.
Right.
Or you can record on your phone that you already have rather than purchase the lighting and the video, the camera equipment and the audio and all of that. So it depends on where you are and how serious you are in getting started, and then that will determine what avenue you should take.
Okay. All right. I think those are very awesome points. And we'll piggyback on that and get a little bit more in depth for some people who maybe just joined on with us, or maybe have some more questions that they want you to elaborate on.
Cool.
But first things first, let's get into this ad for today. The first portion of the show is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month, and 39% of adults say they don't have enough savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal finance strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-800-447-00. I definitely said 1-800. So that's 1-844-700-4463, or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask us how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new face of the new age of financial services. Alrighty. Now to roll. Yes. Now to. No. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know what the cue was that time. But no worries. So now to roll back into what we're talking about with Miss Tomei, getting some of the knowledge that she have about blogging. I know you've been blogging for quite some time. So it's been 2 years, yes? Okay. So what I wanted to ask you to just kind of roll back into the question that we were going to, what has been your most challenging thing with blogging? And how do you overcome that to keep yourself motivated to continue to blog?
The most challenging thing, not motivating, the most challenging thing is I have a lot of detail when I speak, but I take a lot of shortcuts when I talk. So I'm trying to hurry up and get out what I'm trying to say, I totally miss like a whole thing. So when I have, someone review it for me, I be like, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. How did you get that? Like that's exactly it.
Right.
And just, being confident in my sentence structure, because like writing I'm not an English major or anything. This is not something I went to school for. This is just something that I have a passion for. So,
right.
You always want to look professional, and not look like an amateur, have all kind of weird things, on your page. But, you just keep, with anything, you get better as you keep going.
I think it's a little hard, too, just because, like, there's so much to cap into like blogging. Because some people think that it's very easy, but in reality, it's a lot of challenges. If you are not really computer savvy, you got a lot to learn. Okay, and I know just for myself, like it was a struggle, and then I found a group that was really great and amazing at helping me get through it. But I'm going to go right into doing an ad really quick for Facebook, and then we'll go back to recap on that because I have a lot more to say. So I want to, just to give the ad its portion right now. So Facebook Live, we ask that you subscribe to our show on all major platforms, including iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. Review our show in iTunes with constructive feedback. Share this Facebook Live post and the entire show with your family and friends. Donate to our mission to bring enriched and inspiring content each and every week. You can donate at www.thespirit.tv/donate. Alrighty. And to pick back up on the challenges of blogging. So I know for me, when I first started blogging, it was the website setup that drove me
Ooh,
crazy.
I agree with you. I can't believe I had somebody to lean on to my coworker actually.
Yeah.
My old coworker Joey. Shout out to Joey because I was like, new to WordPress, like that paid version of it. So I was like, how do I get a theme? How do I get my picture? So once he showed me and kind of just playing with it, I was like, oh, this easy. But don't ask me to change what I got though right now.
Right. Right. Honestly, I have not changed mine since I figured out how to set it up, and I'm still trying to figure out how to set things up. I did for myself. I did a lot of like YouTubing. I was trying to get on YouTube, figure out like how do I set up this? How do I navigate from here? Which one is better? And then ultimately, that's how I figured out that I was going to go with my blog is through WordPress and my domain is through GoDaddy. So that's how I ultimately decided on where to go to. I did a lot of research on which one was going to be best, WordPress or Blogger, Bluehost or GoDaddy. And then after all the reviews and it was saying, no, this one would be easier, then I decided. And then I went over to YouTube because I'm like, okay. At first I thought like I had it down pat. I thought for sure I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
No, that's why I have 3. And only one of them is an actual website because those were my pilots, in a sense.
Yeah.
They look terrible, and, that was a learning process. So I would just suggest to people who are starting, who are very confused, if you know someone who blogs or in any type of, how should I say, like a coding, computer type of systems that are good with that, that would be your best bet. Befriend them, okay? Definitely try to find someone who's doing the same thing, so that way they can kind of tell you like what mistakes they made or how they're doing this, what not to do. And then YouTube is your friend.
It is.
YouTube has everything on there. Literally just punch in, how to start a blog on WordPress. You might find a couple videos that might be an hour or so long, but honestly, you'll get the information that you're looking for. Just be patient and sit through the whole video. You ain't got nothing to do anyway. You're just going to build a website that you're going to mess up. So, just go from there. And those are like my points on that. And as far as challenges, it was building the website. That was the most challenging thing.
That was the most challenging. I have to agree with you on that.
You can always go and like try to find someone to do it for you, but let me tell you, that's a lot of money.
It is.
And honestly, I would just suggest to do it yourself so that you can learn. Because if not, you're going to keep having to pay someone to do it.
As soon as something goes wrong, you need to update it.
Yeah. Like you were saying, what would you say?
Yeah, if something goes wrong or it's an update or you forget to pay or something, you what do I do? Where do I go? So you gotta have some fundamental. It's good to know a little bit of something about everything.
Right.
So Google is your friend.
Yeah, this is true. And then also there was another point that I wanted to make, and it kind of just went, but I'm sure it will come back to us. But also, so I guess more so that kind of ties into, but I did want to ask you, since you have been doing it for some time, what inspired you to start blogging? Like, what's your goal with blogging? Where do you want to take it?
To be honest, I wanted to be a beauty blogger.
Okay.
But it just wasn't me, kind of. Like, I love makeup and I love doing tutorials, but I got put in a box where I couldn't showcase like all of this, Okay. So, so that's how it started. So a lot of my posts were makeup related because it went hand in hand with my YouTube channel. Okay. So I would just talk about everything I got, kind of like how I do now. I would just write down a list of all the makeup that I use, where I got it from, links and things like that. So it was always still like the hub. So for all things a day in the life with Tomei, it just pretty much was what was I talking about?
Right.
So.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. But I definitely get it too. How you say you wanted to like venture out. That's why I'm a life and style blog. That life is, it ranges. It opens up a lot of different boxes.
It does.
And I know for me, I take interest in a lot of different things. I mean, I like everything. I like clothes, I like cooking, I like sports. I want to talk about food reviews, so it's important to also, but let's get on that thing, right? Let's get on that topic right there. what's a niche, and how do you find your niche? I think a lot of people get stuck there.
Girl, I don't know. I'm still trying to find mine, but follow your girl, book it,
Get
okay?
stuck there.
Yeah, I'm trying to create my niche, so go ahead, follow your girl, so she can create one. But a niche is kind of like, for example, we was just talking about makeup. So makeup for women of color, that would be a niche. So women of color, and you talking about makeup. So your audience is going to be women who want to learn about makeup, who want to do makeup tutorials or where to buy makeup. You know, just all makeup. Just that's all they care about.
Okay.
And then they're probably in a certain age range, like say 25 to 45. It could be men and women, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely. Okay, I'm gonna get into more depth on the niche or
Yeah, I don't
however
even know how to say it right.
or however
Niche.
you may want to
Niche.
say it, because I think a lot of people, whether you have a blog or you're thinking about starting a blog, that's another thing that people get tied into and they get stuck, because it's, people stress so much, like have a niche, do this with a niche, what niche make money.
Yeah.
It's a very big question in the blogging world. So we're going to get into that just a little bit more, but first we need to get into paying some bills. So this portion of the show is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We are committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are a part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Batiste and her team worked tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness at 713-789-8680. Alrighty, so to get into the niche topics again. So if you would, to give a little bit of example of what we mean, can you give us some topics, some examples of people blogging niches?
Yeah. So niche is another word I say is audience. So who you're talking to. So a lot of the times, we start things and we just feel like, well, nobody's watching. And then you start to get these followers of people who are watching you because let's say you want to talk about cooking. Okay. And then you start adding in makeup and you notice that you start to lose followers because your audience or your niche only was, looking at you for your cooking. So that's one of the things that you have to keep in mind when you're looking for a niche. So who do you want to talk to? Who do you want to interact with? So again, you don't want to just be talking to yourself. So when people start talking to you or asking you questions, engage, be nice. They like that because I love when a YouTuber writes me back and I be like, oh my God, like they so down to earth, they wrote me.
Honestly.
That be me. Like I'm like, oh yeah. So that's how you get, engagement. It's gonna be slow. It's gonna feel like it's taking forever, but consistency is key. So just keep doing it. So if on Mondays you pop up out the box at Jack in the Box or whatever you're doing on Mondays, if you're talking about food, okay, like what they got on the menu type of thing, or you trying different menus every Monday or whatever.
Okay.
To give people so people will know, okay, well I know on Mondays I can look forward to this.
Right.
So that's how you kind of creating your audience and your niche, in your audience. Your topic or whatever if it's about food. So that's like the easiest way I can explain it.
Yeah.
I hope it makes sense because it's kind of, I don't want it to feel like jargon, to somebody who's starting, but I always ask because I was that girl asking questions. So I'm not above answering people's questions.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, if you have any questions, you can definitely email Tomei. You can get with us at the Spear, or you can even go to our Facebook Live, leave some comments, let us know, and we will definitely get back to you. But to piggyback off of that, I know for myself, when I first started blogging, I was just like, what is this niche? And it seems so scary. So I just want to comment and say, don't be scared of like trying to figure out or even going into it without having a niche. It's okay. You definitely want to find what it is. And sometimes you just got to try some things and then it will come to you. Then you will figure out, what you didn't even think about will actually be the thing that, works best for you.
Exactly.
So don't be afraid. Just kind of try some things of your interest and then see where people, because honestly, your audience will tell you what your niche is.
When they start following you, what I did.
Your audience will tell you. They will tell you by your interaction, and again, like she was saying, like building your follower count, whether it be for your social medias or for your blog itself. They will tell you like, this is not really your expertise, so maybe you should stick back to, Taco Tuesdays telling us what taco is good.
Right.
They'll tell you. So, not to worry on that. But so then what I do want to also talk about, I do have a question.
Okay.
When you started off, which blogging platform did you use?
I think it was still WordPress.
Okay.
But it was like something.wordpress.com.
Okay.
I think I still have it, to be honest with you.
Were there any others that you tried throughout that, or was it always WordPress?
I tried, what's that, Squarespace.
Okay.
But to me, it was complicated. And I didn't want to pay for two services. So I just stuck to what I already had. And I just let that one dissolve over there because I was supposed to transfer my domain, but it was too complicated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's helpful because I was wondering if maybe you had tried Blogger because I know those are the
I am
bigger
on Blogger.
ones. Are you?
Yeah.
How do you like it?
I actually don't fool with nobody on there. I just the option is to share it when you upload your YouTube video. You can share it on a lot of different platforms. So I have a Blogger.
Okay.
It's the Orange Bee, right?
Yes.
And then I did have the app on my phone, but I really didn't know how to use it. So I just share my videos on there.
I see.
That's all I really do. And I think I followed a couple people when I did have the app, but I think it's resourceful because the thing is, you also want to be around the network of people that's doing the same thing that you're doing, because that is where you'll probably get most of your questions answered, because they're probably either already gone through it or know somebody who has that can, give you some advice.
Okay. That's my next big question. How do you network with your blog? How are you attracting your audience and more people to follow you on social media to, be a consistent reader of your blog and your material? Like, how do you go about, what's the best platform or avenue to do that?
I say use them all. Use your Twitter, use your Instagram, use your Facebook, because each one is designed to do something different. So what I like to do is, again, have a schedule. So on Mondays, you know that you can get a blog post from me. Okay. I also say sign up for my email list because I might email out coupon codes that I don't want to share on my Snapchat or I don't want to share on my Insta story. I only want to share it to the people who's actually following my blog. Okay. So that's how I try to grow my blog. So I think I'm up to 100 and something people actually following my blog. So every time I post something, they get something in their inbox because they are subscribed to my blog.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty cool. So I'm still trying to work on building my contact list and things like that. But I try to make sure I do consistency across the board. So I may do on Twitter, I might do hashtag Houston blogger, and then I'll try to see who else used that hashtag and kind of see where they are, what side of town they are in Houston, what side of town, north side, south side, whatever. What part of town, not side, what part of town they are, and kind of follow them because again, you want to kind of have like-minded people, right? And kind of watch them, see how they're doing, and see what you can do a little bit different than them. Okay. We all steal. Don't be ashamed. We all steal. I say thou should not steal, but it's all right. We do this. So,
content and information.
Yeah,
content and information.
Exactly. So you get inspired by
Right.
everybody. You just flip it and make it your own. So
I think that's very true
Yeah.
because what I did was I went through, like, I started following some blogs and I started, like, figuring out who I liked and what I liked, what they were doing. And honestly, I just tried my best to
do it with
mimic
clothes.
whatever they
Why
were
not?
doing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and it's a little bit of not a mind trick, but it's kind of like a facade in a little bit, because you think like the people who are the actual bloggers for the thing, you think like, oh, they did all of this stuff themselves, and no, it's not true. Like, your blog is not gonna look like their blog when you're first beginning, because their blog didn't look like their blog when they were first beginning.
If you scroll down to the bottom, it's
Right.
gonna say this website is designed by blah blah blah.
Right.
Oh, so that's who I need to call.
Right. So it's good to try to go through and have some people that or have made their mark in blogging, and in a sense try to don't copy verbatim. That is not what I'm saying.
Green, you don't do your site green and red. I mean, it's the same thing,
Right.
Yeah.
But definitely try to figure out what they're doing and how they're being successful in it, and then kind of just like pick what you like or pick what you think works the most for them, or what they've said worked the most, because sometimes they will tell you, and then just go from there and like build your own stuff, whether it be like your website or the routine as far as like what you want to talk about or how you want to set it up. Like, that's a really good pinpoint too for people to do, because I did that when I first started blogging. I said I ain't got it down packed, okay? But I got more than what I had initially.
Yeah.
So
it's and when you look back at where you started and where you are now, it's really inspiring, to keep going, motivation to keep going. Like, what if I never started? What if I never would have done this? What if I would have been intimidated by not learning this or being able to Google or whatever? So,
right.
So,
okay, and we're going to get back into social media and how it connects with your blog, because that's a very big portion. As the generation that we live in, the millennials, we are social media crazy. Everything is about Instagram.
Follow me, tag me,
honestly. Everything is really about like Instagram, but we will definitely pinpoint on, because I know you have a Twitter, I know you have Facebook, you use those avenues, and then you have Pinterest too, which some people may not know about. So we're just gonna, pick your brain about all of those different social medias here in just a moment. But this portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, ensure to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thespirit.tv. Alrighty. Now, social medias. We all have them. If you are a millennial, of course. Middle schoolers have social media. That blows me, honestly. Like, one of my friends, her little cousin, I think he's maybe like 12 or 13.
But they social media is different. Like, my niece, she love Musical.ly. And I'm like, what's that?
What is that?
They like lip sync and dance. And it's like the actual song over what you're doing, girl. But you can chat and
it's so much.
She was devastated when she got in trouble when they took it from her. Yeah, so I was like, oh, it's that deep. I ain't know.
It is different because I remember when I was a little younger. Just take it back. I had like a movie social media platform. Like, I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was oriented around movies, new movies that came out. Like, people would give their review, but you could also like message and chat with people on it. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe somebody, if you know, comment, or if you had one, you can chat with me. No, just let me know. But so let's get into the biggest one.
Okay.
Instagram.
It is.
How do you use Instagram to leverage information and content on your blog?
Let's start off from the top of Instagram. So, like, you see your name. So, you want to have, like, a catchy name. And then when you scroll down to, like, the about part, it don't really give you that many characters. So, I Google, like, how to
characters.
put more stuff in your Instagram, and I found Linktree. So that's where I put, like, all things a damn life in Tomei, like all my other handles there. So, like, my blog, I think my email address or something, it's in my link tree. So I always say, use the hashtag, click the link in my bio or link in bio or something, which is really popular. When you click on it, you can see who else used it. And when you talk about getting with people who use the same hashtags as you, so you kind of see what they do. That's how I follow new people, like based on what hashtags they use. So I use Instagram, I would say, the most. Well, no, I use Snapchat the most. I'm always on Snapchat. And I like Snapchat because you can actually attach your links. So Instagram is weird, yeah. So Instagram, you have to have so many followers or be, I think, verified before you can attach links to your story. Say, hey guys, swipe up, and then it'll take you directly to my blog. But on Snapchat, it doesn't matter. You can just attach your link, and people can click it, and they can scroll your site through Snapchat.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you? Is there like certain settings, or do you have to download a different app in order
For Snapchat?
to do that? Yeah.
No, you just take your picture. On the right hand side, you have the options on it, and there's a paper clip. So the paper clip is where you attach your link.
That's true.
So it's easy if you already have it copied, so you just hit paste.
Okay.
So so that's how I kind of leverage my Instagram, because I try to post every day.
That's good.
It's really cool. I did it yesterday a few times. I don't know, people be like,
people are always
tap,
on Snapchat.
tap, skip.
Even when they should not be.
Yeah. Don't Snapchat and drive. But the filters are just so cute, Give you a whole slender nose, give you some eyelashes,
And everybody want to know, they want you to know that they are speeding, which is crazy. Just telling on yourself. But
yeah, okay, be careful.
Let's go back to Instagram. So you said that you were using which type of app on your Instagram?
So I use Linktree, which is free.
Okay.
I think you get so many links for free. I think like 10 for free, which is dope. I don't need that many. Okay. I just need people to know how to get to my blog, how to get to my YouTube channel, and maybe how to email me or something on there, or my latest post, or how to get to my latest whatever I'm doing at the moment, because you can interchange them, stay current with them. So I try to post every day on my Instagram. So again, like, I have themes, so whatever post I write about, whatever image I use on my site, I actually use that as my cover photo on Instagram. But I know this video does very well for me on Instagram. So what I did yesterday was I just did a screen record and then put it on my Instagram and then use different tags, to get people.
So let me ask you, amongst the social media platforms, which one do you feel is most effective to drive traffic to your blog?
I would say Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what is new on Instagram? Well, maybe it's not new. New to some people, because you have to the ads, but you have to turn your blog into a business profile in order for you to be able to utilize the ads on there. And I've used them. It will get you a lot of impressions, a lot of people to view, but depending on how big your range is or how much you pay for them, it doesn't get you as many clicks to your actual website as you want. So, you might gain a couple followers, maybe, 5 or 10 if even. But as far as getting the clicks to your website, for myself, I have not shown for it to actually match what they advertise. That's just my experience and opinion with that. But so that we don't run out of time or cut over too long, what I do want to ask you, and I think it's the biggest and most important question for everyone who's watching and tuning in and who's going to start a blog, has a blog, how do you make money blogging? That's what people want to know.
Oh, Well, I
They
don't
want you to show them the money.
Well, I'm still, out here doing it for the hobby and for the love of it, because you got to do it first before you get your come up. Your first purse may be $10, but that's still paid, right? So what you want to do is search. I mean, Craigslist. They may have writers on there. Maybe join a group that gives you opportunities to write sponsored posts. Get bold and reach out to companies and ask them, hey, I am such and such. I would like to review your product on my blog. I can say you get so many views on here or whatever, if you give it to me for free, that'll be how you get paid. So it may not be always money. It may be in products.
Okay.
Or attending an event for free and then writing about it on your blog. It may be how you get paid as well. So it just depends. I'm part of this thing called Writers in Charge. And it's kind of like, I was Googling one day, like how to make money blogging. And they tell you how you can make money on your post.
Okay.
So, you could just sign up and they just give you tips. It's free or whatever, and just go from there.
Okay. Yeah, definitely helpful, some key points, and I'll just give my little bit on it and share what I think is very important is one to build like your followings, build your blogs. Like she said, you definitely have to, crawl before you run. So just work on getting yourself an audience, and that in itself will sell. Because people want bloggers, they want influencers who actually have interaction with their followers. Because it's one thing to have 13,000 followers, but if only 10 of them are actually interacting with you, you only got 10 followers.
Exactly.
Like, that's just point. That's just what it is. Because anybody can go and buy 10,000 followers. So it's more so build yourself up, create a following, create an audience, and then, brands will reach out to you. So, and sometimes, if you get that big, also don't be scared to reach out to other people too. You have to advertise for yourself. You are your biggest advocate. Sure. Okay. Also, Google some things, figure out who may need a writer, figure out what type of blog jobs you can get, what type of events, networking events you can go to, and also join groups. A lot of opportunities lay right into joining just different groups. Open your circle. Do not be that blogger that is I've made it and I don't need to interact and be, group blog with other people or whatever may have you. Open up your circle. So with that, I'm going to hand it back over to Tomei. I'm going to let her give you another recap of how we can connect with her, your website and blog address, and then we will be wrapping up the show for today, you guys.
Cool. Hey, y'all. So you can find me on adanalifewithtomei.com. Tomei is Tomei. Everything else is not all, trying to be extra. When you spell it, it's really a day in the life with. And then, what else do you ask me for?
Just give them all of the platforms you want them to reach you
I'm
on.
everywhere. So I'm on Pinterest. I repin cute outfits and tips and workout stuff. And then Instagram, I try to post.
What's your Instagram name?
It's the Dana Life with Tomei on Instagram. It's the acronym ADITW. I think I messed that up. Tomei on Twitter, because it's too long. But you'll see my my logo, so it's me. And not many people named Tomei, so it's me. And then if you really ball, you can follow me on Snapchat. It get real wild on there. I don't know if you're ready for all that. On my Snapchat
get a little wild these days.
But on Facebook, I'm on Facebook. Yeah. My Facebook page is A Day in the Life with Tomei over there. So I do have Tumblr. I do post on my Tumblr when I have a new YouTube video and when I have a new blog post, and that's also A Day in the Life with Tomei on Tumblr.
Okay.
And where else am I? I think I'm on SoundCloud.
I think if we go to your
blog,
actual
all my
blog,
links are right at the top. I try to make it so easy for y'all.
So just visit Tomei's blog. Go on there for some posts. Go on there to connect with her podcast videos, and there you will find all of her social medias. So I definitely want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank Tomei for coming and
thank you for
be our
having
guest
me.
for today and letting us pick her brain on how to start a blog. I hope everyone learned something. Please, if you need to recap or if you just want to, you want to share it, definitely go to www.thespeartv.com/ABT and check us out, episode 82.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Oh, I'm finna drink. Oh.
Oh, no, that's fine.